It's time now for your PhD Power Rankings presented by GNC, Liam McHugh, Keith Jones, Anson Carter. And it's a different twist on this segment because we're not talking teams. We're looking into the future, and it's the top 10 potential bounce-back players for next season. We start at 10. It's a bunch of Dallas Stars. At 9, Victor Arvidson. That's John Gibson, Evgeny Kuznetsov, Dylan Larkin of the Red Wings, Rasmus Dahlin, former #1 overall pick, Sean Monahan, Vladimir Tarasenko. We are focusing on the top 2 guys there, Patrik Laine and Carter Hart. Let's begin with Hart. His numbers were dreadful this year, but he's only 22 years old, .877 save percentage. I mean, at this point, are you worried about him confidence-wise?
I'm not. It was a really difficult year, but I think a lot of it had to do with the way the team defended in front of him. They missed Matt Niskanen, and some players did not elevate their game. Carter Hart started to try to guess where players were going to be in front of him, and that didn't work out very well for him. He's a goaltender that relies on great anticipation, demonstrated going back a year prior to last season that he can get the job done. He was excellent. The bar has been dropped considerably, and I think he bounces back with an improved Flyers defensive unit in front of him.
Do you think it also depends on what his team looks like in front of him, too? I expect the Philadelphia Flyers to have major changes, big overhaul that I'm looking towards for that Philadelphia Flyers team, Jonesy. So I think that'll determine whether or not Carter Hart has the bounce that we're both expecting.
Number 2 is Patrik Laine, and that's a guy who obviously had to deal with a lot of changes because he begins the season in Winnipeg, part of a big trade to go to Columbus. Future's uncertain with the Columbus Blue Jackets. He's 23 years old, 150 career goals, but he only had 12 last year. Clearly didn't mesh with Torts. What do you see going forward?
Well, it also depends on what his team looks like around him, too. We talked about Carter Hart and his team, but also Patrik Laine as well. We know he's got the big shot, but he has to have players that give him the puck, Liam. And Seth Jones now wants out. He's going to test the waters, so it's not official he's out, but he's going to look around. And Patrik Laine is at his best when you're getting him the puck. He's dangerous in that office there on the power play, shooting those one-timers, but the Columbus Blue Jackets have to find a centerman to pass the puck to Patrik Laine. We saw Kuznetsov on that list. Could he be a player that they could partner with him in Columbus? I don't really know, Jonesy, but I do know that Laine has to have someone to get him the puck because he can't do it by himself.
Yeah, natural goal scorer. You would expect him to try to get things going early next year, gain some confidence offensively, and then he absolutely can bounce back. He's skillful enough to do that, but they do need to get some help for him.
Couple players looking forward to next season. Those are your PhD Power Rankings presented by GNC.